Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Convention with the Weekly Comic Book Wrap. We're about most of this week's DC Comics. So let's keep things going with Titans number 15. Where we left off in Titans, Raven had ascended to becoming the Dark-Winged Queen. I mean, this is Raven's darker half in control and appearing as Raven we all know and love. And basically they had the Titans had called all of the heroes together to try and defeat Trigon and the Dark-Winged Queen. Or the Dark-Winged Queen, yeah. So the issue opens with in the Canadian Rockies with the Titans, the JLA and JSA both are all taking on Trigon, and Martian Manhunter, Hawkgirl, Superman, Alan Scott all are taken down, but they were all taken down by Trigon. Raven isn't attacking, and Starfire wonders why. So Beast Boy figures he's going to test a theory. With a mixture of annoyance and charm. And he gets Cyber to take on one of the gems, making Raven's crown. But Raven explains her plan. Saying that the Titans would be their generals, leading their armies, heralding her coming across the universe. But she's kind of being distracted by Beast Boy, and they managed to free Raven from the gem that Dark Raven imprisoned her in. And Beast Boy suggests Raven and Dark Raven talk. With it being pointed out that Dark Raven's always been manipulated. She didn't choose her path. She never chose her path. She always just had a path forced upon her. First, she was being manipulated by the Lords of Chaos, and even before, first, initially, she was manipulated by Trigon, and in fact, Trigon made the prophecy of the Dark-Winged Queen. Then she was eventually manipulated by the Lords of Chaos, as well as Amanda Waller. And the battle against Trigon, Dick gets seemingly squashed by a boulder. And so Raven and Dark Raven, the Dark-Winged Queen, merge into one being, saying she is not the Dark-Winged Queen. She is Raven. Dick gets healed, and it's explained that he was crushed by a rock, but Raven uncrushed him. But she's still got the staff from the Dark-Winged Queen, and so Um, Raven uses it on Trigon, and also basically makes a crown of the various of each of the Titans, gems with the Titan with each of the Titans. That you know, say that Trigon never had to face someone like Nightwing one on one, and never had to stand while being pinned by the power of Donna Troy's will, or never been blasted with a giant sized Apocalypse energy blast from Cyborg, and never ever had the full force of a Tamaranian hit powered by the stars. And Tempest notes that Trigon is bleeding and can bleed, and so he manipulates the currents after Raven stabs him with um, the staff, basically giving a heart attack. Afterwards, once Trigon is defeated, the Titans show up at the undisclosed location that's housing Amanda Waller and her flunkies. This takes place before the events of Absolute Power, and Beast Boy states that Swamp Thing is annoyed, pretty sure that, and he's pretty sure that Waller's made an enemy of every blade of grass. But they managed to deal with all of Waller's protections, and basically reiterated that the world is protected by the Titans, and that is where the issue ends. Good, good wrap up. Every DC book it has its stories wrapping up this month because of the All In initiative. So, moving on though to our next book, we've got The Flash, number 13. Where we left off, the Archangels were attempting to stop deep change and stop all change, and basically kill time, like literally murder time. Not kill time as, well, I can get there. I can get there early, or I can wait a couple minutes and be on time. But anyways, the issue opens. Barry and Wally are in the Speed Force, and there's something. There's a sickness, an infection, and Barry explained they don't know. They don't even know the Speed Force is alive, but Wally says that he knows and he feels it. The Archangels are trying to reinfect time, though, and comes down to Wally, and Wally manages to stop the Archangels and save the Speed Force, encouraged by the fact that the Archangels threaten his family. But turns out that the Speed Force is alive, and it's basically pregnant. and Wally's son Jay, not Jay Garrick, helps the Speed Force reshape the Archangels. Wally giving them some advice. Definitely explaining that they're explorers. They should definitely go explore, and they should remember that it's better to feel anything than nothing. There's always more wonder around the corner. Sometimes it just takes a little time. But it turns out all of the Speed Force issues were caused by the Speed Force's pregnancy, basically. And so the Speed Force births its offspring, and all is right. All becomes right with that corner of the world. However, everyone's getting calls. Maxine Hunkel is dealing with a mob attacking her dad. Barry Allen can't feel the multiverse. That's weird. Jay Garrick's got word from JSA that Waller's making her move. So yeah, we're right at the beginning of Absolute Power. But Wally saw something in the Speed Force. Two Flashes, like equals, sharing the role. And you can tell they didn't trust each other. And how the vision is interpreted as two Wallys. But Barry tells Linda that they're going to talk later because they need some family time. But right now, he's got to run. That is where the issue ends. This was a very interesting story arc for Flash. I can't even. There are times I could read it, like analyze every word and image, and yeah, just sometimes it made little to no sense to me sometimes. But basically, in the end, it's like, okay, all right, I get it. Moving on though to our next book, our last book for the moment, we've got Power Girl, number 13. Where we left off, Power Girl was on her date and had learned the true identity of her would-be suitor. But Omen is perhaps having issues. So the issue opens. Omen is trying on outfits and looks, and well, the only being in their apartment is Streaky. But she goes to an event in Metropolis. A guy tries to hit on her just as Natasha Irons shows up. Apparently, Omen keeps popcorn in her purse. Girl's gotta be prepared. But she takes it. The event is being held by Perry White. Seems that he's making a mayoral bid. And Omen goes to a a theatrical catwalk above, watches the speech that Perry's giving, and munches on popcorn. And starts looking at thoughts, trying to figure out if there are any troublemakers in the audience. And some kind of blast hits the catwalk that she was sitting on, and Omen tries to stop it. Steele helps with much help with evacuation, but a woman in the audience tells Omen that she will menace these people no more. The woman claims to be Ejecta, warrior woman with, armored arms and legs. Well, take a look at her. But her and Omen fight. And Ejecta says that they'll meet again. But later, Omen decides to go to a club and just use telepathy to influence the bouncer, let her in. But Power Girl shows up, and they dance, and Owen breaks into tears, and Power Girl gives her a hug. And that is where the issue ends. The next issue focusing on Ejecta. So, anyways, good issue. Probably didn't do it justice, but I enjoyed it overall. I'm curious to see about what Ejecta's deal is. Anyways, that's going to do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Mastodon, Patreon, PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying live long and rock hard.